listen to this on webinar. So we are going to record this session. Thank you everyone for joining today's session. Thank you. Please type yes if you are able to hear my voice. Thank you. So today's session is mainly focused on batch flower remedies and how these batch flower remedies are and what are the benefits of these batch flower remedies we can take in our life. We can help others in our with our current practice. So if we are working as a professional, medical professional, if you are working as in any of the modalities, this webinar is very helpful for you to understand the features and benefits of bachelor remedies, which you can integrate with your system, your own modalities on practice, and you can help others, especially in terms of mental health. So thank you everyone for joining today's session, and we will be starting in few minutes. Couple of people are still joining. Okay, so this chat is enabled between you and me. So you can use this chat to help interact based on the communication which we are doing or different activities which we are doing in this particular webinar. Okay. So give me a moment to start with. So this webinar will be going to be in 3 different sections. The first section will be the introduction and the benefits of the remedies. Second section will be more specific in terms of how we can implement these remedies in our own life, in others' life, as in our practice. And third important aspect, how we can learn these bachelor remedies. These 3 aspects which we are going to discuss today. And if you have any certain kind of a questions, you can discuss, we can discuss this. So you can utilize the chat box to raise your questions and we can discuss that question. We can take that question in this particular today's session so that we will be able to help you understand in better and more positive way. So let's start with today's session. Today's session, I'm hosting it from Pune location, Pune in Maharashtra. So I would be interested to know that from where you have joined this particular today's session, from where you are living in. So I would be interested in, please type your city name into the chat box if you are willing to share your where are you have joined from. Okay. So let's take the details from the chat box. People are joined from Mumbai, okay. Chennai, okay. Dr. Mansi from okay, Delhi, okay. Thank you. P. Nanda ma'am from Bhubaneswar, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, couple of people are from Maharashtra, couple of people are from Nagpur. Okay, thank you all for joining. Okay, so let's start with today's session. This is going to be a 1 hour to 1.5 hour, 90 minutes of session, and we are going to learn about few basic fundamentals of the remedy. And along with that, I can, if you still interested to learn this bachelor remedies, I can introduce you all about how you can learn these remedies with us, Batch Flower Lifestyle Hub. Let me introduce about myself. I'm Ganesh, Batch Foundation Registered Practitioner, and I'm associated with Batch Remedies around more than 10 years. And I'm practicing these remedies for especially into the mental health and helping people in terms of dealing with their relationship with others. So the relationship and the mental health, these are the 2 important aspects which we are taking care of as part of Bachelor Lifestyle Hub. So we will start for today's webinar. Let me start with the next section, that is home remedies or kitchen remedies. We all know that in our life, we use these home remedies and kitchen remedies, which is very easily available in our kitchen, in our house, and we use it for different purposes. If you look at the purposes of this, you can very clearly relate it, or you will be uh, very easily guess that why we use this kind of a remedies specifically, or the home medicines which we can use it for our healing purposes. So it is mainly for the physical body healing. So we use turmeric, we use adrak, we use lime, we use tulsi, all those stuffs. There are hundreds of stuff which is there in our kitchen which we use to heal our physical body. So that is one specific aspect of our life. When we look at something in terms of medical properties, in terms of medical health, these particular remedies like really help us in terms of healing our physical body. But if we look at our mental body, if we look at our mind, it also gets sick, it also gets stuck, it also gets some sort of problems, illnesses, and diseases similar to the physical body. But to heal those, we do not have very specific remedies in our kitchen, and we only use one specific aspect, that is time. So we look at the time. When the time goes away, when the time passes, we will come out of that particular situation automatically, and the natural healing process will take over, and we will get out of that situation. So this is very commonly which we have found, at least in India. And because of that, it took time, energy, money, and lot of things from us during this particular process. But it works for few people, it does not work for few people. And the suffering which we get when we leave everything on the time, and time took time to heal, the things which we mess up is our specific own resources and the happiness in our life. So that's what we can achieve in today's webinar, to understand how we can not leave everything on time, and we can use or take benefits of home remedies, kitchen remedies. Like in our physical healing, we can use the Bach flower remedies to heal specific aspect of our physical and mental body. So that's what we are going to learn today. Let's move to the next part of it, that is, after COVID-19, there are certain range of the mental illness and mental disease. So this, if I describe very few on this particular slide, is like the fear of known and unknown thing, which is spread across many peoples after this COVID or pandemic situation. Second, fear of losing loved ones. Definitely, this pandemic situation had made drastic changes in people's life, which is uncertain as well as which was unexpected. And this brings people into the fear of losing someone which is very close to us, very loved one. And that's the very drastically increase after this COVID situation. So you all may relate this particular situation in your life as well, or you have seen as a practitioner, as a therapist, as a doctor, or as a common man as well, that how these particular situations are really impacted on people's life. Let's moving to the next section, is anxiety and depression. That's chronically increase the ratio of people get into this particular situation during the pandemic situation. Trauma and shocking events. Definitely, the fear of losing loved one is from the trauma and shocking events which has happened during this pandemic situation. It was earlier with very less percentage, but the percentage of happenings and events got raised after this situation. Love and relationship issues. Definitely there is a impact on the love and relationships within the people, because the way of dealing the situations, the way of living in our life is completely altogether changed. The people who are working as in an offices, they have started working in the house, and that is bring them to spend more time with the people, but which should get positively impacted in their life, that they are giving time to the each others, But although it is also happening in another way, which is conflicting and increasing the love and relationship issues. Moving to the next, fear of health and diseases. Certainly, we have seen many people got impacted due to the COVID-19. The fear of health and diseases got increased because the people who were stay and fit and fine till the time got impacted drastically, which increases the uncertainty around the diseases and the health issues. Seventh, very important aspect is overthinking. Overthinking is very a major issue which gets started very drastically for the many people after taking the vaccines and the treatments for the COVID-19 who got suffered from the COVID, and they get into the depression anxiety because of the overthinking. Panic attacks is another result of it. Lack of energy for the people who are below 40 and below 50, they are completely having such kind of issues in their life of lacking the energies. Lack of hopes because of all these certain situations which has happened, until uncertain situations, the lack of hopes in people is definitely impacting them. So all those certain issues are got distracted the world, but we can really help in this situation with the batch flower remedies. We are going to learn about that, how we can take benefit of remedies, or what are the positive benefits of these remedies. Moving to the next slide, what are the all things which we usually do to become unhappy? There's lot many things which we can do. That is, we follow hobbies, we do meditation, pranayama, yoga, exercise, cognitive therapy, NLP, EFT. Those are the techniques which we can learn and we can take the benefit of it. We also took into the spiritual activities, Reiki, energy healing, counseling, law of attraction, spiritual healing, crystal therapy, sound therapy, aromatherapy, theta healing, and mindfulness. So a lot of things are there which we can take benefit of. But addition to all these systems, we have very simple system which we can utilize in terms of batch flower remedies. It also called as Bach flower remedies in some of the countries based on the accents and the tone which we use. Moving to the next slide. So what are those batch flower remedies? How those invented by Dr. Bach? That's what we are going to learn on this particular slide. In 1920 to 1930, Dr. Bach, who was a spiritual writer, who was a homeopathic and allopathic doctor, and who was specially discovered the Bach flower remedies, was involved in this activity. So he was doing a couple of research around the world 100 years back around the vaccinations and medicines. He was testing that the particular result of the vaccinations and medicines, how it is getting converted into the benefit of the people. And during this research, they identified three important aspects. The first important aspect they identified, some people are very easily getting treated and getting benefited from the medicines and vaccinations. But they found second observation, that is, some people are taking a lot of time to get benefited, get resulted from the medicines. And third important aspect, third important result they have observed, some people are using these medicines, same medicines, but still not getting recovered from the diseases. So when they saw this particular result, they surprised that why this is happening. And they decided to drill down more into this particular issue. When they explored it in more deep way, they understood that this is happening because of one factor, that is our mind. If our mind is positive, assertive, optimistic, the things will get very easily sorted out. The diseases will very easily get healed. And if our mind is negative, pessimistic, it is very difficult for our body to get sustained and get out of that diseases. So that's what they have observed. And they decided if this particular case is very important, the role of our mind, which is plays in 70% of aspects from getting from the life challenges to getting out of any diseases, then why can't we work on this particular part to improve upon? And that's what they drag into the situation to find out the Bach flower remedies. So they discovered in this journey 38 flower remedies, which is really amazing, incredible in terms of the benefits which they have found, and they made or converted into a remedies. So these flowers which they have discovered converted into the remedies. We are going to see how they have converted into the remedies. So these remedies are beneficial in terms of healing mental stability, mental health, and emotional aspect of any human being, animals, and also plants. So they discovered these 38 remedies. Out of these 38 remedies, all 37 remedies are made from the flowers, and one remedy, which is rock water, which is made from uh, the water which is flowing down on the rocks. So that's why this remedy is called rock water, but another 37 remedies are made from the flowers. So let's move to the next slide. Specifically, the documentation, if we talk about Dr. Batch finding, they have written two important books in terms of Batch flower remedies. The two books are Heal Thyself and 12 Healers. So they have documented their research, what they have found, how they experimented, and the result of this Batch flower remedies. So these two books, Heal Thyself and 12 Healers, these two books help us in terms of understanding very high level of the Bach flower remedies, which Dr. Bach has written. So this book is mainly in the point of view of how the future medicine would be, how the Bach flowers remedies will help people, and what are the aspect of the remedies, especially in terms of self-healing. How someone can help ourselves with the Bach flower remedies to heal our own problems. So the intention of Dr. Bach was not to go with the list of remedies which can help doctors to treat the patients, but they having intention that people can help themselves to get out of the diseases, especially into the mental diseases. So that's what the intention of the Bach flower remedy is. So what are those Bach flower remedies? Many people, uh, we usually take polls in particular sessions. So that result of the polls is mainly into 80-20. 80% of the people are not aware of the Bach flower remedies. 20% people are aware of it. They have used it and they have experienced the effect and amazing results of the Bach flower remedies. So these Bach flower remedies are non-physical presence of flower. When these Bach flower remedies are made, it is not meant to make the physical part of it. Like in Ayurveda, if we see, if we take the benefit of any of the flower, we took that flower as a benefit in terms of physical properties. We use that flower in terms of physical parts to make a medicine. But in Bach flower remedies, it is not like that. We do not encourage, we do not mint to use the physical properties, physical part of the flowers. Instead, we use the vibrational energy of the flowers to heal our mind. And that's the speciality about this particular system, that physical appearance of the flower, physical part of the flower is not important. The vibrational energy of the flowers are really important in our life. Next important aspect is we do not see any kind of a taste or smell of those flowers because it is already diluted at the level where we can utilize in terms of vibrational energy. Like we use the homeopathic medicines, the way it is diluted into the multiple forms, the similar way these Bach flower remedies are also diluted and specially used in terms of mental state. This is also called as medicines of future because these remedies are the vibrational aspect medicines, and it can be helpful in any form of the people, any terms where it is very easily and quickly helpful to heal from. So that's why it is medicines of the future. Moving to the next slide, what are the different basic properties of this particular Bachelor remedies? What are the specialty about it? The system of Bachelor remedy is very simple, very easy to understand, and effective system of healing based on the emotional analysis. So what is that emotional analysis? Is to understand how particular person feels, how she is feeling on day-to-day basis, how she feels, how he feels in certain situations. So that understanding we used to take based on the patients or the clients. So we have set of queries, questionnaires, which we ask them to gather this information. We look forward there to understand their emotional aspect, on their mental state, on their thoughts, how they are feeling, how they are thinking in certain situations. So that understanding helps us to decide and choose the remedies, not the physical symptoms. Okay, so physical symptoms and other symptoms have the second priority. First priority goes to the emotional analysis or emotional state of the person. No special education or qualification is required to learn this particular system. Definitely, some skills relating to understanding the emotions, understanding the mind, understanding how we feel, how others feel is really required, but that is not a mandatory thing. It is very important that you should understand the emotional aspect, but still you can learn these bachelor remedies and you can apply on yourself, on others as well. It is very simple to understand and use. No special qualification is required. Anyone can learn it and use it very effectively. Complete system of take care of each and every aspect of our mind. These remedies, 38 remedies are more than enough to take care of every aspect of our life. The main agenda of this particular remedy is we understand that our own one emotion is attached to the another emotion, and underlying emotions of this particular parent emotions is really a cause of the system, cause of the issues, and we can heal those root cause of that issue so that we can lead to suppress or remove the subsequent emotions which is causing the problem. Okay, it is very safe, natural and non-physical system, well known for no side effect remedies or no side effect medicine. Although these remedies are not treated as medicines, some of the homeopathic companies are manufacturing it. So at least in India, these remedies are manufactured by homeopathic brands. So it is treated as somewhat homeopathic medicines. Then since then, it is also not require any kind of prescription because these remedies are safe, and these remedies are specially meant to be vibrational medicines, not the normal medicines. So that's why it is not require any kind of prescriptions. It is safe, it is natural, it's non-physical system which will help us to heal for our mind. Okay, moving to the next thing, let me check. Okay, so these particular remedies are useful for any of the ages. We can use it from the small children to the old age people. There is no problem. We can easily, quickly use these remedies. Okay. Useful for, with any other modalities, especially these bachelor remedies, we can use with other modalities like allopathy, Ayurveda, or homeopathy, or Unani, any sort of medicines. If you are taking currently, you can still use the bachelor remedies to increase the benefit of other medicines, because these remedies help us to improve on your mind, and that mind help us to heal your body. So that's what these remedies can be used along with other medicines types or modalities. Okay. Moving to the next part, there are certain research papers on this particular bachelor remedies which is going on today's on the internet. You can find it all. The research paper basically in terms of physical body, how we can heal, how we can take care of our pain and the challenges in our life. Thus, there are certain research paper which is going on. I will not go deep into this particular section, but yeah, you can definitely go and check on the Google what are the researches are going on in terms of the Bach flower remedies. There are certain researches which is on the animals, how we can help animals to live the healthy and fit life in terms of physical and mental aspect. There are certain research which is based on the plants, how we can improve the quality of plants without using any kind of chemicals as their medicines. Instead, we can use the Bach flower remedies for plants. We can use homeopathic medicines for the plants, so we can help them improve their quality of the production which we do in our crops and the plants. So that's the amazing research going on in the market, and you can find it on the Google as well. Okay. There are certain aspects which Dr. Bach was expecting while going through this particular their process of system. The two important aspects which I mentioned on this particular slide is they treat the cause, not the effect. This is the quote from Dr. Bach that whenever we are looking at some patient, looking at some client, looking at someone who is seeking for the help, we should treat the cause of that particular person instead of the symptoms. So when we go with this Bach system, definitely that aspect we have to consider in our mind, because the way this Bach flower remedies work is to heal that particular root cause of the problem. Okay. And when we use this particular system, we should expect the four qualities which we can improve in the particular clients. So that four qualities are like this. We have to improve upon the peace of mind which that person has. We need to improve upon the hopes that person is having in terms of system, in terms of the belief system of that particular person. And third, we have to bring the joy in that person's life by healing the problems. And fourth important aspect is to faith, to have the faith that they have the enough time and energy to their life. Okay. So these are the four aspects which Dr. Bach has given to us when we are going with the Bach system. Moving to the next slide, how these Bach flower remedies are made actually. Okay. So this is very important aspect. When we talk about Bach flower remedies, there are two important ways, the methods these Bach flower remedies are prepared. The first is the sun method, which is a very simple method where in the glass of bowl, the flowers are separated from the plants and put into the glass bowl, and some amount of spring water is added to this particular bowl. And this bowl is now then exposed to sun for 3 to 4 hours. So during this 3 to 4 hours, the energy of the sun help us to transform the vibrational energy of the flowers into the water. Since the water has that ability to capture and hold the vibrational energy, it gets transferred into the water, and then the flowers are separated. Okay. Once that flowers are separated, this water is treated as a stock remedies or mother tincture, we can say in the homeopathy. So once we have this particular stock remedies, it is added with couple of preservative. So a very usual way of adding the preservative is some amount of alcohol, which is used in terms of homeopathic medicines. So same amount of same type of alcohol is added into these remedies. Usually the original remedies, which is came from the Nelson Pharmacy UK, usually have the 27% of alcohol, which is added to the that stock remedies. Okay. And further, we can dilute that into the usual water, or we can dilate into the other preservatives as well. Another system is boiling system. So during this boiling system, it is also very simple. The bowl is there and the flowers are separated and boiled for around 2 to 3 hours to help us to get that extract of the flower remedies, and it is further diluted into the similar kind of a uh, preservative called alcohol, and it is used. In some cases, some countries, there are restrictions on the alcohol being used in medicines as well. So in those scenarios, this particular preservative is replaced with some kind of glycerin, apple vinegars. So those are the stuffs which is used, which is really helpful in terms of using or preserving these remedies. Okay. Now, who can use these Bach flower remedies? This is very important in terms of when we actually use these remedies. So these remedies are used for very commonly for the peoples, the human beings nowadays. And since it is a very old system, I would say 100 years back, it was invented by Dr. Bach, but still not people are not familiar, at least in India, about this. UK, the countries is like they are very much familiar and they are very comfortable to use these remedies. With us, it is still into the process of helping people are getting aware, and once they are aware, they are taking the benefit of these remedies. So these remedies are very commonly used for the childs. We can also use this remedy for uh, a kid which is a 1 day kid. So we can also use it very easily. Just we need to make sure that we are using the right and original remedies for the children's. Okay. So it is very safe to use for any kind of any age of the childs, on the youngers and old age people also. Okay. So which is very safe. Nowadays, these remedies are also being used for animals in India also, for especially for the animals who are so angry and so aggressive. These remedies are used. Along with that, the pets. So basically, when the pets are happy, they can make us happy, right? So in that scenario, many people who are pet parents are using these remedies for their pets so that they will be happy and they will be enjoying their life along with us. Okay. Along with that, there are certain experiments which are going on the market where it is being used for the soils and plants, which can help us to improve the quality of the plants, improve the production of the particular plants and production of the particular fruits. And this can help us to maintain the organic and natural way of healing the plants as well, in terms of different diseases which they are getting into the environment. Okay. So these are the some of the aspect of the how we who can use this Bach flower remedies. Moving to the next slide, definitely when we heard about any new system, it is uh, very surprising for all of us to understand if any side effects are there, any disqualifications of the remedies or the medicines, or any certain issues which can happen. So when we talk about Bach flower remedies, it is perfectly fine to use these remedies for all ages, and it has no side effect. It has truly having no side effects, and it can help us, our body and mind, to heal in more better way. Okay. It's a non-habitual remedies. We can start it anytime, we can stop it anytime. There is no problem when happens when we stop these remedies. Okay. It is useful in all ages and also in pregnancy. It is very common nowadays that the people who are aware of the remedies are using in pregnancy to keep the mother's mind happy, to keep the mother's emotions can control and in the positive way uh, during the pregnancy. So the result could be different way where they can expect that the child will be more happy and more stable in terms of emotional qualities. Okay. So that's what the benefit which we get when we use these remedies during the pregnancy. It is widely used for the humans, animals, and plants. No restrictions and suitable for all the suitable with all other medicines. Okay. And it's a preventive therapy. It's not like something happened and we have to use the remedies. No, it's not always like that. Definitely we can take the benefit when we are having the problem, but we can use these remedies as a preventive system. So if I could give the example of it, if we have or if we suspect anything wrong happened with us, we can use a specific type of remedies in terms of getting out of that situation very easily and quickly. So if we have any kind of problems in our life, accordingly, we can use these remedies in advance to deal with the situations very positively and get out of the situation very quickly. Okay. Now, from where we can buy these remedies? It is very common question since it is very new in India, or it is very few people who are aware of these remedies. Okay. So there are certain brands are available in the market. When I talk about Nelson Pharmacy, Healing Herbs, these are the original remedies which is prepared in UK and specially called as original remedies. Okay, so these remedies are imported into the India and its cost is a little bit high. But yeah, still it is we can use it in the benefit of mental health. Okay, so these remedies are available. Healing Herbs and Nelson Pharmacy in India nowadays. We also have a new life, which is we can have Bandari, we can have many more brands are there in the market which we can use. All those are homeopathic remedies or Indian remedies, which is prepared in India, which is made in India. Okay, are made by the Indian homeopathic pharmaceuticals. Okay, so those are available on. If you look at the few of the apps which is in the market, that is 1MG app, which is from Tata. You can use, you can install that app and you can search for the Bach flower remedy name. You can get the list of remedies and you can just purchase those remedies without prescription. You can buy it from that system and you can utilize that, or you can experiment with yourself and others. Okay. There are certain remedies you can find in homeopathic medical store also. You can go there and you can just tell them that you need these 4 or 5 remedies. They will give you the preparation by mixing it. It does not require any prescription. Okay. There are certain websites like HealthMug and all sort of websites are also selling these remedies in the Indian market. So these Indian remedies are very affordable, I would say, are very cheap in terms of cost. If I talk about the original remedies, it has a 5 to 6 or around 10 years expiry, so we can use this kit. This kit is pretty much costly when we talk about it. Usually the practitioners and doctors and psychiatrists have this kit, but common those are people who are newly starting or those are healing for themselves. They can buy individual 1 or 2 remedy also. Okay. The usual cost is 1,000 to 2,000 for this original remedies, one single bottle, and we can use it multiple times because it can be diluted into the water. Okay. Another important aspect is this Bach flower remedies. Okay, are basically which is made in India, which is homeopathic brands. New Life is one of the brand which I had used earlier, and Bandari, there are many more brands in the market which can use, and it is usually having 1 to 2 years of expiry. The cost is very minimal. It is starting from 80 rupees to 200 rupees usually. And if we buy like 2 to 3 bottles, 4 bottles for certain issues which we are having, or maybe for our clients, the cost is goes around 100, 200 rupees. Okay, not more than that. So it is, and it goes for a month, and so it can be very affordable for all of us also, in case we are not offering to the original remedies. Okay, so these Indian remedies are very cheap in terms of cost, but yeah, both remedies, Indian and original remedies, both works well, and it helps us in terms of our mind to get positive. The next section is how flower remedies are used, how practically it is being used into our life. So there are multiple ways these remedies can be used, but very common way is to use few drops of these remedies. If you look at this mixing bottle, so it will be like this mixing bottle, and we can use this mixing bottle. There will be certain droppers, and there are certain few drops we need to just take in our mouth. and maybe on 4 times a day, and then that can help us in terms of our issues. Okay, so we can take it by mouth. We can also use it by applying on our pulse points. So we have different pulse points on our body, and we can simply rub that remedy on that particular pulse point, which can help us to get out of the issue. Okay. There are also possible scenarios in terms of skin issues, psoriasis, or eczema. So in those cases, these remedies can also be applied on the skin or in the form of creams as well. Okay. And on our forehead, where we apply the chandan, these remedies also can be helpful by applying there, especially for the kids or the childrens. We can use that way also. Okay. Moving to the next slide. This remedies helps to stay happy. Okay. So the main important objective of using this remedy is not to heal our mind, but also to help us to become happy. The certain ways we restrict ourselves because of our nature, because of our own thinking, which lands us in terms of being unhappy. So all those situations, we can utilize these remedies and take a benefit to keep ourselves happy, keep our mood, keep our mind, keep our thoughts positive, so that we can easily stay happy and take the benefit of being positive in our life. Okay. This remedy will help us to keep mentally healthy. Okay. Because it is not always happen that if we protect ourselves, we will be in safe place. There are certain uncertain things which is definitely going to be happen in our life, and which we cannot stop it. But these remedies will help us to get out of this situation very easily and quickly. Okay. To achieve the goals in our life, we can use these remedies. There are certain remedies which can help us to increase the confidence. There are certain remedies which will help us to increase the risk factor, where we can take the risk in our life. It will allow us to be confident and take a risk in our life, be not fearful about the situation, and take one step ahead to get the things which we cannot easily achieve. So that's the objective of these remedies, which we can utilize. We can also take a benefit of exploring our basic instinct, which will help us to find out our passions, which will help out to find out our own way of going into the right direction. So that is possible using the remedies. There are certain remedies which we can use to increase our instinct powers. Okay. So there's a remedy which will help us to achieve our goals in more specific way, by overcoming the limitations of our nature, our own beliefs. Okay. Overcoming limitations. There are certain limitations, certain beliefs, certain practices which we followed in our life, but we are not ready to leave it very easily. So these remedies will help us to get detached from those memories, that experiences, that learnings, and help us into the new way of thinking. Okay. So that is really possible using these remedies. Okay. Now let's move to the next section of today's session, the law of attraction. So basically, the law of attraction, if you could have heard about it, it all talk about the positive thoughts. It only says when we are thinking the positive about our life, ourselves, whatever is happening around us, we will be keep in that same momentum in the thinking of positive. But when we are in negative state of our life, we get into the mode of attracting more negative in our life. So more positive in our life, we attract more positive things. If we are into the more negative in our life, we attract more negative things. So to break this chain of negative, we can use these remedies, Bach law remedies. We can actually implement the law of attraction using these remedies, where whatever the challenges, limitations, and what are the objectives which we have in terms of achieving in our life, we can use those specific remedies to help us become positive and to more align to our goals, and to more confident about our goals to achieve in our life. So it helps us implementing that law of attraction. And mental health is just as important as the physical health. Okay, that's what the message which we wanted to convey in terms of when we are thinking about the Bach law remedies, it really helps us to maintain that mental state, emotional state of our mind. Okay, moving to the next slide. This is a very specific slide I added very recently in terms of Dr. David Hawkins. He is one of the uh, famous psychiatrist, and he had published a book called Map of Consciousness. That is a very famous book in terms of the research which Dr. David Hawkins had done. So I had taken two research which he had done out of this book. The first research is the vibrational energy of a human being. In Ayurveda, you can see that the Panchakosh, which is more relating to the vibrational energy of our body. So this vibrational energy is aligned to our uh, physical life, I would say. And this vibrational energy also called as aura in English. So this vibrational energy is also helping us to align on our physical aspect of the world which we live in. Okay. So when we are at very specific emotions or very specific state of our mind, we are carrying some specific vibrational energy. And when we are having specific vibrational range of energy, we will be definitely into certain emotion which we will be carrying for throughout of our day or maybe throughout of that particular event. So Dr. David Hawkins had made this research that when we are at some particular emotion, what is the vibrational frequency, vibrational energy we are carrying with? Okay. So these are the table which they have mentioned. Usually, when we are carrying the vibrational energy below 400, okay, we are considered as into the neutral or negative state of mind. When we are having vibrational frequency more than 400, we will be in a positive state of mind. Okay, so that's what the observation of Dr. David Hawkins is. So we can increase this vibrational energy using the Bach law remedies, which will help us to stay higher in the energy, vibrational energy, and which can help us to achieve the love, peace, and happiness in our life. Okay. Another research which Dr. David Hawkins has done is according to this vibrational energy, the people who are carrying this vibrational energy for a longer period of time. Some people are carrying the vibrational energy at higher level for longer period of time. They are having very less chances of poverty, and their quality of life, the quality of happiness is always at the higher range. Okay, that's what the percentage which they have calculated based on analyzing around lakhs of people and their behavior and their vibrational energy. That's research Dr. David Hawkins has done. Okay, so it really impacts on the how we live our life, happy, non-happy, positive, negative, and how much wealthy we have in our life. So that impacts are associated with vibrational energy which we are carrying for longer period of time. Okay, moving to the next slide, which is more specific in terms of benefits of bachelor remedies, where we can apply these bachelor remedies. That's what we are going to learn. So very important aspect of our life is to changes. Okay, when we live our life, we cannot stay on one particular situation, one particular time frame. Our life will be definitely going to be changed, and we cannot stop that change. Okay, so this changes usually brings the uncertainty. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Even we don't know what will happen after 5 minutes. Okay, so this uncertainty is definitely a resistance which bring us to stop from doing something and this is going since like ancient age in the humans, not only humans but for animals and plants as well. So the resistance to making some change, intentional, unintentional, is a big problem. And during this change, which is especially uncertain changes, we get uncomfortable because we cannot predict the 100% probability of what is going to be happened for sure. And that's why this uncertainty comes and resistance comes along with it. So these uncertain situations, we can make it more smooth, more reliable, and more positive optimistic, so that we will get the achieved results in more probability. Okay. So we can have certain sample events in our life. Teething for the small kids, going to school, going to college for the first time. Definitely, this is a change in major change in our life. Teenage, which is like a transition from childhood to teenage to the old age. So this is a transition which is happening in our ages, and definitely that has associated with for certain physical body changes, hormonal changes, and our mental state, and how and what we think in our life. Okay. So this changes definitely brings us the uncertainty. And if we can manage that very effectively, we will be in more control in our life, what we wanted to achieve and what we wanted to achieve our in goal. Okay. Starting our new jobs, new career, new business, definitely a bigger change. Getting married and pregnancy is another major change in our life, which brings us a new certain possibilities. Menopause, definitely it is a transition from the young to older age, and that is transition really brings us the fluctuations in the hormones, fluctuations into the emotional state of the woman. So that is very important aspect which we can take the benefit of remedies to keep calm, keep peaceful, and keep the happiness alive in our life. Okay. Change in peace, change in place or environment. Definitely, we understand when we change something, especially the place in our life, the house and locations, the we take time to adjust, and this time to take adjust we can really make us comfortable using these remedies to dealing with new challenges, new life, new new environment which we are carrying due to some uncertain certain reasons. Okay. Any other major transformations in our life, definitely we can use the bachelor remedies which will help us to carry the certain positive things. Okay. Moving the next benefit we can use when this bachelor remedies with us is solving family issues and clashes. This is the major problem in we can say in India. We don't know about much about the Western culture, but in India, definitely this is a problem, and we can improve the love and relationships in family using these remedies. We have certain remedies which can help us to uncover the love, the true love within us. Okay. So that feeling of love we can generate in mind using these remedies. Forgiveness to self, to others. Definitely the challenges, the experiences which we get in this as a social animal, we do not forget like other animals, and we stick to that particular incident, especially which is problematic, bad to us. So detaching from that experience will really help us to move ahead in our life and help us to rebuild that relationships and rebuild that trust in others. Okay. So we can achieve this using remedies. Being in present is really important. We can use these remedies not to be there in the past, not be in the future, but to be in the present. We can use these remedies to get that achieved. Okay. Criticism, blame, and disapproval. Some people have that nature to criticize others, to blame, to disapprove in terms of uh, the acceptance which we are trying to get from others. And because we all have the different values, set of values and opinions, so it should not land into the disapproval. So use these remedies to get these things smooth. Uh, some people are so tolerant to some other things, they are so intolerant to the situations. So we can use these remedies for them to align so that So if we have that person in our family which really troubles that whole family and people around them, because of this nature, so we can use this to uh, make them comfortable, make us comfortable. Okay. Jealousy, hate, and revenge. This is very important in terms of the social animal. We get jealous, we get hate in terms of something wrong happened to us. Revenge thoughts, definitely it comes when something wrong happen with someone. So these thoughts we should not carry for longer period of time. If it is there at that moment, we can leave it and we can detach and move forward to in a positive direction, so that we can achieve what we wanted to achieve, not to stick to the this negative emotions. So we can definitely take the benefit of bachelor remedies to achieve these particular goals very easily. Okay. Insecurities, possessiveness, over possessiveness is we can dissolve using the remedies. Dominant nature, bullying nature, revenge thoughts, we can really help those people to get settled down on their normal emotions, and that will really impact on them as well as the people around them. Okay. Which could potentially get impacted because of the behavior of the such persons. Okay. So we can really help them. Irritations from others or getting very sensitive to the emotions and whatever is happening around us. So we can really help people to get out of this particular situations. Moving to the next slide, be positive during the emergencies. The emergencies and uncertain situations, we cannot stop it, but we should be in a position to really handle them very well. And being calm, composed, and peaceful during the emergencies, during the problems, can really help us to think how we can minimize the loss, how we can reduce the pain, how we can reduce the impact of that particular situation, and we can take positive steps, positive directions to get really out of that situation very well. Okay. So that can only happen when we are calm, composed, and peaceful. So these remedies help us to stay calm, composed, and peaceful during the emergencies. Definitely certain situations like loss of loved one, shocking news, incident, we can use these remedies. We have rescue remedy, which will help us to in this emergency situations. Medical emergencies, which will help us to uh, impact not only physical injuries, but the mental level injuries, which we get panic during this situation. The remedies can help us very well. I have a couple of doctors which is working with us as a practitioners. They are using this rescue remedy for the more critical people's, more critical situation emergencies which is happening with people, and they're getting amazing benefits. Okay. Uncomfortable situations which is landed to us, remedies can help us in that, to stay positive, hope for the best. Conflicts and arguments, definitely this kind of a moments which uncertainly comes in our life, we can take the benefit of remedies. Soothe from the sorrow and pain, the grief which we get in our life, we cannot avoid it, but we should not carry it for the throughout our life. I have seen couple of people, they are carrying this grief, sorrow, and then pain throughout their life, and they're actually this particular situation are making them really weak. So if we could give them a gift of remedies, they can live their life more positive and happy way. Okay. So this is fantastic way of healing. Heal your past painful memories. Many people are stick to their past painful memories, not talking to the certain people, specific relatives, very close family members, because of something has happened in last 10 years. So this should not happen, and this is actually reducing the quality of life, quality of happiness, which we can really improve in terms of using the bachelor remedies. Okay. Moving to the next slide, changes in the way of thinking. We also called it as a nature of our human being, how we think, how we behave, uh, how our emotions are built, right? So we can really improve using this bachelor remedies in terms of bad feeling of own attractiveness. Some people are really by nature are not good, or maybe the some incident experiences made them land into this particular situation. But the feeling of love, feeling of one self-love, and the feeling of taking care of our life is really great, and we should not leave that because of some other people are thinking that we are not good. So that own attractiveness, unattractiveness, own feeling of guilty, we can really use the bachelor remedies to get rid of, especially for the people who are especially having any kind of disabilities in their body, in their mind. They should not feel guilty about that. So we can help them using the remedies to feel better, feel confident about the factors which they have positive. Some people you might have seen, they have challenges in terms of physical body, but they are very intelligent and they are very positive in terms of their another aspect of their spiritual bodies. So they can take a benefit of that positive things instead of focusing on the negative aspect. So remedies can help them to think positive in their accepting the challenges which they have. Okay. Can't do attitude, laziness. Many people are very intelligent, very having the qualities to prove them, to do something which is better for the society, for themselves, but lacking the confidence, low confidence, and having the fear about what will happen. They are not getting into the right direction and not doing the things which they can do. Okay. So these abilities we can improve upon. We can improve the can't do attitude to the can do attitude. We can remove the laziness within the people who can really take a step to do something in their life. Okay. Those depend on others for making decisions. We have seen multiple challenges people are having in terms of decision making. So these remedies, we have certain remedies very specially designed, very specially discovered by Dr. Batch, which help us to improve the decision making. Many times people take the decision by asking others, not confident. They know that what is right, but they do not confident on their decision. They ask some advice to others each and every time. Some people are very keen to this particular nature that they ask every day which type of clothes they should wear on that day. So this kind of a nature which is very dependent on others is really problematic, and which cause the problem for those both the stakeholders. So these remedies can help them to be confident on ourselves, to connect to their instinct, their soul, and then having the real decision which is help them to good in their life. The decision could be good or wrong. That doesn't matter. It's right or wrong. That doesn't matter. But taking a decision at the right time is really important. And these remedies can help us to improve that decision making. Okay. Confused decisions. Some people have confused decision to choose A or B. They know both A and B, but they get confused. They don't know what is. They know the good and bad of the A. They know the good. They know the good and bad about B, but they cannot make a judgment which is better for them. So we can help them to take decisions. Unable to say no. Many people who are unable to say no to others at the right time are getting into the financial losses. So we can help them improve to say no to the right time so that they should not fall into the trap. Other people should not take the benefit of uh, they are not they are not able to say no because they will take the benefit in terms of their own uh, encouragement or benefits. So we can save those people. So by saying they will be able to say no and they will be confidently deal with the situations. They should protect their aura and they should protect our their own identity. Okay. Over concerned or worried about loved ones. We have seen many times like a mother is who is worried about his child. That is pretty common. But if it goes beyond the limit, it causes the problem for that child as well as that mother. That mother gets into the anxiety of stressful every time what will happen to that child, and child will be very pulled by thread that he's not able to do something which he wanted to do in his life because he's already protected by someone else every time. So we should have that separation, and we should not so much care about loved ones. We can give them a freedom to live their life. So that over concern and over protectiveness, we can really help us using the bachelor remedies to get rid of. Okay. Learn from the past experiences. This is very important in terms of getting learn from what we have seen, at least experienced. It is not always required to learn from our own experiences. We can learn from others also and take the benefit of that to not to repeat the same in our life. Dreamy thoughts, overthinking. Definitely, the overthinking is very big problem. Thinking about something and that chain of thoughts getting dwelled, and then that causes a problem. Some people are like so overthinking in a day-to-day basis where they think from day and night about some situation, some problem. Some people are like unnecessarily getting unwanted thoughts, which is not relevant as well. So we can help the mind to stop this chain of overthinking and keep the mind in peace so that it can utilize for the positive way of improving our life. Okay. So these unwanted thoughts can be removed using the bachelor remedies. No socialization or fear of mixing in the people. We call it as social anxiety. The remedies can help in that case. Easily gain the hopes back in the life. Whenever we have seen many people, those are getting impacted and by diseases, life challenges, and stopping the hopes to live their life. We can really gain them the way back to the hope. And once we have that hope in their mind, they can again think of getting out of that situation. So we can use the remedies to stop the suicidal thoughts or to stop the impact which they had in their life. And they will be still thinking that, yes, there is a way to get out of this situation. Okay. Moving next to the slide, personality improvements. Definitely the low confidence, the shyness. We have seen a lot of people that are getting impacted due to this. Known unknown fear, phobia, terror, the physical or mental tiredness, overthinking, repetitive thoughts, excessive worry of the situations. We called it as anxiety. Feeling guilty about something which they have done or they might not have done. So we can bring them to the out of this overcoming this guilty emotions, thoughts of revenge, thoughts of suicide, weak decisions, and self-respect. So all those steps we can very quickly and easily handle using the bachelor remedies. Moving to the next slide, it is change in the person's nature. Being confident in the exam, interview, presentation is really important. So we can take this benefit of remedies for this short period of time. We can use the remedies in terms of being confident in the exams, interviews, presentations. Okay. Controlling the anger and frustration, violent, abusive natures, bullying and aggressive nature, stress, depression, guilty, ego, selfish, and jealousy. Some people are really jealous about others, and we can help them to get out of these emotions. Feeling happy in others in pain. We have seen many serials, many characters in our real life as well. Those are being happy because of others are in pain. So this is not something which they are naturally having these emotions, but it is carried throughout the journey of their life. So we can help them to be peaceful and having the natural love emotions which can get them into the this jealousy. We can create in love in others' mind or our own mind using these remedies. Let go the past memories and shocking events. Okay. Become an extrovert and expressive about the feelings. That is really important. If you look at me, I was also an introvert personality, which is converted myself, transformed myself in more expressive and more good in terms of speaking in front of people and dealing with people in the positive way. So that kind of a changes we can very easily bring for the people who are so scared and so we can say so introvert in their nature. Okay. Educational development also is possible using these remedies for the kids because it is very safe for the kids. We can use it for the fear of exam, fear of teachers, fear of schools. Certain changes happens in their life. We can help them to deal with in terms of academics. Repeating the same mistakes, especially the people who are failed into the mathematics, they're very weak at the understanding some steps and repeating it. So we can make them comfortable. Less focus and concentration, stress related to study and exam, fear of failure, getting failed into the exam, losing the hope, and then they are not ready to give the exam itself. Okay. So these situations we can use these remedies to bring their hopes. Stage fear and social anxiety, especially for the people who are very uncomfortable to talk in front of the people, we can use them remedies to get more confident and express their feelings. Improve learning abilities. There are certain remedies which help us to improve the learning abilities in the childs, even us also, which can help them to learn very fast, very effectively to certain skills and certain things. Okay. So those are all possibilities which we have. Love and relationships. Insecurities, possessiveness, over possessiveness in the relationship causing the problem. So we can help the couples to get out of this situation. Feeling of not being loved, even though it's practically yes or no, but feeling that on the spiritual level, emotional level, really causes some issues in the relationship. So that over possessiveness we can rectify using the spatial remedies. Loneliness, especially for the people in the old age who is suffering these issues. Doubtful feeling about the situations, persons, feeling guilty about something, hate, fear of losing loved ones, over concern, and expectations. Some people have really unfair expectations from the people around them, the loved ones, and they are emotionally making them blackmail to do some things in their life. So those kind of people we can really help to balance their emotional states and emotional aspect of their mind. Okay, so these are all benefits of the bachelor remedies, which we cannot cover each and everything in this 1 or 2 hours, because this bachelor remedy is something which we need time to understand, digest the what can be possible using these remedies, what are the different 38 remedies, how to use them, how to mix them, what are the aspect of these remedies, right? So how many of you are interested to learn these remedies, interested to learn about this system of Dr. Bach, which was created and which we can you can implement in your life, implement in your own life, and also implement for your clients if you are uh, the people who are suffering from the different issues with the mental state, you can definitely use it. Okay. So those who wanted to learn these particular remedies, this further session is for those people. Okay. So those who wanted to learn that, we can specially give you an advantage of joining this course. This course is very specially and innovatively made for the people for self-healing, as well as the second aspect is to make a practice of these remedies. You can become a therapist, you can use these remedies for your own benefits, as well as you can give these remedies to others. These remedies are not being landed into any kind of a medical system. This is a supplementary medicine system which you can use very easily, very effectively. You do not require any specialized knowledge. If you have the knowledge of what these remedies are and how you can use these remedies, you can definitely give it to others as well. Okay. So this course will help you to understand the basic of remedies, the advanced aspect of remedies, how you can give these remedies to others, and how you can apply these remedies on certain different challenges and diseases. Okay. So you can take the benefit of these particular remedies. Okay. Another aspect of this remedy is like this course is made up in the such a way that it is 10 hours of recorded session, which will help you to go through the session as per your time convenience. Whenever you have time, you can spend this learning this time, because it is completely recorded part, and you can log into the system and you can go through the course. Okay. You need not to go on this specific time and slot and learn the course. You can learn as per your convenient time, your speed. If you wanted to take for a month, you can take a month as well to learn the remedies. You can repeat the particular sessions if you want. If you think that certain section is not completely understood by you, you can definitely go ahead and learn that. Okay. Second important aspect is you have the access for 1 year. So if you wanted to repeat this, if you wanted to share with your friends, family, you can take a benefit and you can allow them to learn as well. So I have my kid, my daughter. She's learned about the remedies at the age of 7. Now she is 8 and she prepares the remedy for herself. I'm going to share you one small video about that, how she make the remedy, because it is very simple to make the mixing of remedies. Okay. And it is, she don't know all the remedies, but yeah, she knows the few of the remedies, 8 to 10 remedies, which she has experienced. She understood the feeling and emotions which she carries specially. Okay. So it is very easy. You can use this access of remedies. So this course access is for 1 year. Okay. And you can definitely use it. Okay. This is a case study based learnings of the course, because which will help you to, after learning these remedies, implement these remedies in your own life or in your own case studies. So you can build these case studies. We will tell you how, or we will allow you to learn how you can build your own dummy case studies or practical case studies, convert into the real life case studies. So those aspects are teach in these particular sessions. Okay. Next, moving to the next slide. So the value of this course is around 10,000, and we have this course in multiple languages also. We have course in the English, we have course in Marathi, we have course in Hindi. These 3 languages we have this course. Whichever language which you are comfortable, you can join this course. If you want to have in English, Marathi or Hindi, you can join it. Okay. Along with that, this course for today's session, those are interested to learn and really an action takers who wanted to join this particular course, we have certain bonuses which is added to enhance the way of learning. Okay. So to enhance that way of learning, we have certain things. If I talk about, we have certain books around, if I talk about 8 to 10 very important books, and around 40 to 50 books, which is in the PDF form. So we have special Telegram group. We will join you there and you can find out all list of books there. So you can take a benefit of learning these books. So you can, once you are done with the course, you can additionally want to learn this system. You can take the benefit of books, different aspect, different authors, and this is in PDF format. So you can just simply click and open those books and you can experiment. You can learn those aspects from the book, because I have seen many people are still keen to learn from the books and they wanted to experience that along with the digital learning, which we do in the form of videos. So that benefit also you can get. You will get some books. Along with this is a PDF books, not a physical hard copies. But yeah, for the first people, 20 people who are joining this will get this benefit. Okay. Second important bonus which you are going to get with this is the access to the monthly meetings. So what we do is, definitely when we join the recorded course, you must have some doubts, questions, and you need a time to understand that particular questions, to get clarity of those questions. To get that done, every month we have a meeting. So in that meeting, we all people who are interested to learn, join this course, will be coming together and we will have a discussion. This will be something called as a meeting, Zoom meeting, and it will be a 1 to 2 hours based on your needs, and we can connect over there. And whatever doubts you have, you can discuss on that platform. Whatever queries you have, you can discuss on that platform. So that will help you to understand, clarify your queries, and move ahead in your system. So since the access you have for 1 year, you can still participate in this particular queries, sections, discussions for lifetime. And you can, whenever you have any doubts, you can discuss it. Many a times we have many case studies coming from the people which we discuss in these sessions. So you will get an understanding of multiple case studies from different platforms, different psychiatrists, different people who is working into the mental health. So this case studies, it will be helpful for you to understand the martial art remedies in more better way, and that will help you to get into the situation of learning remedies in more better way. Okay. So we have that discussions going on every month. Just today, we had this session at 11 a.m. in the morning. So we will have a next session in the next month of July. And very soon we'll have that discussions on the different topics. Okay. So this kind of activities we do on every month, and you will get a chance to participate into that, understand from that. If you're working as a professionally, it will definitely help you to learn the remedies in more dimensional aspect way. Okay. This is the benefit which we are going with this webinar who will be joining today. Third important benefit you will be giving is to joining the Telegram group, the Facebook and WhatsApp group. So especially for some people who require some urgent help, you can just, there is an admin, which is my own number as well as my associate's number. So you can just simply WhatsApp on that number if you require some urgent help, if you wanted to need some urgent case studies help. Usually we are available during the morning times, or especially on Saturday and Sundays. So we can help you to get out of that particular problem very quickly and easily within our speculated 1 or 2 days of time. So that will help you to align on the updates on the happenings going through the batch flower remedies. That specific groups you will get assigned to, or you will get joined to. Okay. We'll have a Telegram group that will also help you to communicate and also help you to in terms of the books which you are getting from the different platforms. Okay. So these are the benefit which bonuses which we are offering with along with this course. Moving to this next slide is the fourth bonus is obviously you will get a certificate of completion of this course after completion. And this will be a like especially bachelor remedy course you will be completing, and it will be mentioning as an online course which you have done, because this is completely an online course in the form of recorded as well as the online sessions. So after completing your the recorded course, and when you have your case study, at least one case study ready, it could be your own or maybe your family member, or maybe it could be anything, your clients. You are done with the remedies, and you will get a certificate issued from my side. Okay, you just have to maybe WhatsApp me about your status of the course, and then I can help you with the certificate for you. Okay, this is the fourth benefit for all of us. Next, let me go through the demo of this particular course. Okay, so if I talk about this remedies, let me go through you the how this particular course looks like. Hopefully you are able to see my screen, and let me reshare the screen if you are not able to. Let me take it again. Okay. Okay. Done. So hope you are able to see my screen. So this is the particular format of the course. You can see on my screen curriculum, where you have the segregation like introduction to the remedies, then bachelor remedies and vibrational medicines, how it works, identification of emotions, and choice of remedies, how we can do that. There are certain activities we have put so that you will learn it very fast. Okay. Preparation and usage of the application of the remedies, how we can prepare it in different ways, Indian remedies, original remedies, and how to take those remedies. And there are certain groups which Dr. Bash has made for the remedies. So we have listed all these remedies in the form of different groups, so you can learn those aspects as well. Okay. Along with that, we have kept a couple of affirmations activities which you can additionally take an interest to learn. If you are into mindfulness, or if you are into Reiki or any of the modalities, you can take a benefit of it. Okay. Special case studies and articles we have put together so that you can leverage that additional learnings with this bachelor remedies. Okay. So these kind of activities we have put together so that you can integrate this particular system with your own practice. That's what the objective of it. And moving to the ahead, let me share you one small video. This video is very specific about my daughter, and she's just 8 years old. Let me share my screen. And okay, I'm not sure if you could able to listen the voice. Let me share. Okay, I'm sharing it. Okay.
Hello friends, now I'm going to make a mixing remedy for myself. First, I will put the water violet, and next I will put aspirin. Now I will put the violet. 2 drops. Now I will shake like this, and I will drink 4 drops 4 times.
So amazing, like it is very simple system that child also can experiment and use it. And definitely the younger age which is coming in the future should be uh, more aware of their emotional states and their mental health. So that's what the benefit of the bachelor remedies. It is very simple, very easy to understand and use. Even child can learn and use it. Okay. So that's what I wanted to convey the message, that it is very pretty simple, and just you need to learn those remedies and implement in your life. Okay. So moving to the ahead of this session. So we have very special offer for all of us, those are who are joining for today's session, and for today's offer. So the remedies and this course of bachelor remedies which we have designed, which you have seen in this demo, we are offering at very low price. Okay. So this is the offer for today. Those people who are interested to learn the bachelor remedies in detail, and they want to leverage the benefit of it. Okay. Those who can join this particular program or the mentorship with me, Bachelor Lifestyle Health, and this will help you to learn these remedies. So you can use these remedies for your self-help, as well as you can use these remedies for in your life to help others. So we are offering this discount only in 5,000 rupees. You can join this course. This is a 1 year of lifetime, 1 year of access, and the access of the other, the books and all these things will be a lifetime. So this recorded course will be for 1 year, and you can learn these skills within this 1 year. That is the expectation. That's why we have kept this access for limited time, because I have seen the people who are joined and they never gone through the course. So that is not expected from these particular activities. It is for our health. Okay. So you must go through it. That's why we have kept the validation, and the expiry of those courses is just for 1 year. So you can push yourself to go through it. Okay. So this is the, if you wanted to join this course, you can Google Pay or Phone Pay on this particular number, which I have given. 4,999 is the price of this, and you can pay it. If you wanted to join using other methods, let me give you the other methods as well. Give me a second. Okay. So there will be link I can give you with this. Okay. And you can make a payment through this link as well. There is a 1 second. Yeah. I'm just pinging you the link and details here. Okay. So the payment details and everything is pasted here. Let me paste it for everyone. Okay. In the chat box, I have pasted the link which you can pay and you can join this course. This offer is for today only. So I would suggest you can pay and you can share me the details. What I need is your email ID, your mobile number, your name, and your language, which language you are comfortable to learn. So those details you need to WhatsApp me along with the payment details. And once that is done, I will help you to onboard on the course where you will get the details about the course, how to join, how to start the course, and you can start within the 24 hours to learning the course. Okay. So those who wanted to join, you can share the details to me. Please take the screenshot of this particular section, this slide. And along with that, I would like to conclude today's session. There are a couple of reviews which I can give it to you, which we had with our clients or students. I would like to share on the Bachelor Remedies. Moving to that, there are certain reviews coming through the Google locations and some of the uh, review sites, which you can see on this particular skin. I would request you, all of you, to share how you like this particular session, today's webinar. Please put into the comments or in the chat box how you like it. You can also WhatsApp me on the given number in the last slide. So you can share your thoughts, how you like it. Comment in the box, or you can, if this video is on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel also. Okay. So I would request all of you to share your feedback on this today's session. And those who are interested to join, you can definitely contact me on this particular number. And today there is an offer, you can join on this offer. Okay. So I'd like to conclude for the today's session, and I would like to thank you, all of you, for joining this today's session. This is today's very amazing and interactive session we had. So thank you, all of you, for your participation in today's session. And thank you for joining today's session. We are concluding today's session. Thank you.